So the last paragraph is the least common multiple property or theorem. The GCD, the greatest common divisor of number A and B, is the product, the multiplication of the common factors in the prime factorization of A and B raised to the lowest power. So we chose the common factors from the both factorization of A and B, and we raise each factor to the lowest power. So we can do this application. Determine the GCD of 210 and 275. The GCD, we will determine the GCD using this theorem of 210 and 275. GCD, greatest common divisor, so we used the prime factorization of each number. We divide by 2 is 105. We can divide by 5 is the quotient is 21. If we divide by 3, the quotient is 7 by 7 over 7 is 1. So 210 equal 2 times 3 times 4 5 times 7. Each factor is in the first power. For the second number, we have 275. We can divide by 5, so the quotient is 55. We can also divide by 5. The quotient is 11. So 275 equal 5 to the second power times 11 to the first. So the property or the theorem mentioned that the common factor, the GCD is the product of the common factor in the prime factorization of A and B raised to the lowest power. So where are the common factor? The common factor here we have only one common factor is 5. The common factor is 5. So the GCD of 210 and 275 equal 5. But in which power? 1 or 2? Where is the lowest? The lowest is 1. So equal 5 in the first power. We can do the same thing for the second question, and we pass to the exercise. First question, determine without error here. Determine the GCD of 412 and 310. So the first question, determine the GCD of 412 and 310. GCD we start by the first one. 412 we divide by 2 is 206, also by 2 is 103. I think 103 is prime number, because the prime number with square less than 103 are 2, 3, 5, 7. The next is 11 is greater than 103. So we can't divide 103 by any one of those numbers. So it is a prime number. The factorization of the second number, we start by 2. 155 by 5 is 31. By 31 is 1. And we start by writing the common divisors. 412 equal to the second number times 103. 310 equal to times 5 times 31. So GCD 412 equal the common divisor or the common prime factor is 2, the lowest power is 1. So the GCD of those two numbers is 2. The second question, LCM, least common multiple of 68 and 46. LCM. By the sum process, LCM of 68 and 46. The factorization, 68, 46. Divided by 2 is 34, by 2 is 17, by 17 is 1. Here, we divide by 2 is 23, 23 is prime number, 23 is 1. So, for the LCM, we multiply all factors raised to the highest power, 2 to the second times 17 to the first, 46 equal to the first times 23 to the first. So the LCM of 68, 46 equal 2 is a common factor, but the highest power is 2 times 17 is not common. Also 23 is not common. So the LCM is 4 times 17 times 23 equal 1564. That's for the second question. So the third question is determine the prime number among those numbers. We start by the first is 255. 255. It is a prime number. Is not a prime number because is a multiple of 5. We can divide this number by 5. The second number is 711. The sum of his digits is 9. So is a multiple of 3. So is not a prime number. The third is 1001. 1001. So here we start by using the test of primality. The square root of 101 equal 101, and square is about 31.63. 31.63. So the prime number less than this square roots are 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 93, 23 and 29. I think those are all those number lower than 31. So we can test each one if is a divisor of 1001. 1001 divided by 29. No. 1001 over 23. No. 1001 over 19. No. 1001 over 17. No. 1001 over 13. Yes, it's 77. So 1001 equal 13 times 77. So is not a prime number. The last one is 743. 743. 743. The square root of this number 743 is about what? 743 in square root is about 27. About 27 and some fraction. So the prime number less than 27 are 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23. 23. The next is 29 is greater than 27. We start test each one. So 743 by 2. No. 743 over 4 over 3. No. 744 over 5. No. 743 over 7. No. 743 over 11. No. 743 over 13. No. 743 over 19. No. 743 over the last one is 23. No. So 743 is a prime number. Is a prime number. The last question is give the prime factorization of each number 316 and 415. We will do the first and list the next for you. So 316 is an even number, by 2 is 158, by 2 is 79. 79 is a prime number. I think is a prime number because the sum of each digit is 16. So we cannot divide by 2, by 3, by 5, or by 7, and the square of 11 is 121. So is a prime number. Then the prime factorization of this number is 2 square 2 times 79 in the first power, and you can do the same thing for the last number, 415.